If you've spent time around Jeeps, you know one of the most common things is to add bigger wheels and tires. The problem with it is almost all aftermarket wheels have a wider offset, which sticks the wheel and tire just outside the fender. And while it creates a cool look, it does have its drawbacks. One of them being is the exposure to the sides of the vehicle, and especially on the Jeeps, the door hinges. And these will frequently get chipped by rocks and full of debris. So what do we do about it? Well, the solution I'm going with is a set of RokBlokz Mudflaps. So these are specifically designed to mount on the JT Gladiator and the JL Wrangler, and they will give me a lot better coverage. They do have different versions of these, different sizes, all kinds of different colors that you can somewhat customize for your needs. So I went with the long version and the wide version to get me as much coverage as possible. So we're going to go ahead and get these installed on the Gladiator today. So we're going to start by removing these 3 plastic clips from the factory. And I've got this special tool here to help do that. But you can use a flathead screwdriver to help remove these. Next, we're going to take this metal clip, put it right there over hole number 3. And then with 2 more clips added to the flap itself, I did clearance out a little bit here around the rock rail portion and here where it comes around the edge, because I was having trouble getting everything to line up. So I just used a little Dremel tool, shaved it down, and now it slides up in there like that. We use these little thumb screws. And just like that, the first one is done. Okay, so the rears are a little bit more involved. So we need to start by just laying out all the pieces. So this is just the right side. We need to take part C and put these captured nuts on. So those are there, and then looks like we take a number of these and place them down in the holes. This is definitely a tight fit, so a pair of pliers helps. Okay, so there's that one. Same thing on this one. Okay, so then we take plate A and we align it with the holes there. We use 5 of these screws. Now these screws are a 1/8 inch Allen. Align plate B. Okay, so there is quite a bit of hardware here, and it all looks the same if you don't look close. But some are longer than others. So you want to use the shorter ones on this first one. So I've got 3 that are incorrect. So I'm going to back those out. And we'll line plate C up. So there's one complete. So we'll move on to the next one. And there's the other side done. All right, so now that we've got the flaps built, we need to install the brackets, and it goes on these two bolts here. So we'll undo these bolts. The main bracket will go between the frame and this bracket, and then there's another L bracket that will come off to help support it from the rear bolt, and that'll go on the outside of everything. So we'll get started on that. Alright, so the bracket is installed, and now we can slide the mud flap up and use the thumb screws to secure it in place. Alright, so there we have it. We've got the RokBlokz Mudflaps. You can see with the wider and longer, I've got plenty of coverage. So it should really help with slinging mud, dirt, and rocks up the side and causing damage to the hinges like that. Also be nice in the rear when I'm towing one of the off-road trailers. And one of the nice things about them is that they are just thumb screws. So if you're out really rock crawling and don't want to risk damaging them, they are quite flexible. But if you want to take them off, it's just 3 thumb screws on each side on the front and 2 on each side on the rear, and you can fully remove them. So that's it for the RokBlokz Mudflap install on the Gladiator. Still obviously got more work to do on it, but we'll keep plugging away. So hope you liked the video. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit the bell, and there'll be more content coming with the Gladiator, the 392, and another special project here. We are going to be going to Moab, not with the Gladiator, but with the 392 and the other one. So we're going to be going to Easter Jeep Safari for a few days. We'll be on 3 trails for Easter Jeep Safari, and looking forward to that. Thanks for tuning in.